Boy, that's a really good question, because the first area that the vitamin D seems to affect is your energy, your sleep, your outlook, your mood, and then after being on it for a while, your core strength will come back. So for those of you who have slowed down, you're going to feel more energy, like physically. So it's kind of like feeling a little bit younger, Chris.
And who wouldn't want that?
Right.
And maybe you can share again, for those that may have just joined us, some of the responses that you get from people that have been taking your formula and what kind of results that they see.
Well, one of the surprising ones was I gave it to my brother-in-law, who had gone to his doctor and was very concerned about his cholesterol, his blood fat, and his weight. And I put him on my vitamin D3, and he went back in 3 months later, and his blood profile was perfect.
All right, I want to take a moment here to let you listeners know that, again, if you want to try Dr. Pincus's vitamin D3 formula, there is a special toll-free number for you to call right now. It's 1-800-476-5302. As we've been talking about here, Dr. Pincus's vitamin D3 formula is a fast-dissolving melt, which makes it available for immediate absorption by your body for rapid results. And by getting Dr. Pincus's vitamin D3 into your body, you're going to have a bolstered immune system, improved balance, stronger muscles, and fewer aches and pains. And again, keep in mind that Dr. Pincus has arranged a very special offer that's only available to you listeners today. So when you do call, please be sure to mention this program, and you're going to get a risk-free trial of Dr. Pincus's vitamin D3. Again, this is only available to you listeners, and only if you call this toll-free number. It's 1-800-476-5302. Plus, if you call right now, you'll also qualify to receive an extra free supply with your order today to keep yourself or share with a family member or friend. But you must call right now, because this special radio offer is not available in stores or online. So that number to call is 1-800-476-5302. And keep in mind, folks, you have absolutely nothing to lose here, because Dr. Pincus's vitamin D3 formula is guaranteed to be safe and effective for your money back. And when you do call and order, you're not going to be enrolled in one of those automatic monthly subscription programs. It's a one-time order. So I encourage you, the number to call is 1-800-476-5302. I'll give it to you again. It's 1-800-476-5302. So how about it, folks? I mean, what it really comes down to here is we're not getting the right form or enough vitamin D delivered the right way, which is why we have so many of these health concerns that you probably can't put your finger on. And Dr. Pincus, I want to start just recapping here that there are a couple different forms of vitamin D, and maybe explain why the typical form that you would find in most off-the-shelf D formulas is different from what you've put together here.
Well, there's vitamin D2 and there's vitamin D3. And D2 is the type of vitamin D that has to be activated by your body, so it has to be converted into vitamin D3. Vitamin D3 is the activated form, so it's ready to go to work. Now, the vitamin D3 that I use in my formula, I think it's the best because I've seen the best results with myself, my family, with my patients. Plus, I've worked with the lab where those people in the lab have taken this, and they test their blood every day to see how the D is going, and it's going up and out through the roof where it should be.
Wow. So, Dr. Pincus, I mean, who should consider taking your fast melt vitamin D formula?
Well, I would definitely start with kids for development and immunity. Obviously, young adults in their 20s need vitamin D to keep their immune system strong. Then men and women in their 30s, you're talking about heart health, immunity, cardiovascular problems start to turn on, but it's also the child-rearing years, and vitamin D for pregnant women is very, very important. People in their 40s, that's when, you start feeling more of those aches and pains like you never felt before. You think you're getting older. And again, it's important for your hormones and to keep yourself physically active. And of course, when you're in your 50s, you start feeling stiffer. You can't golf, you can't play tennis. You start becoming aware of your body not functioning. And then people over 60, I just wish that every senior citizen would go on this formula imagine living in your senior years where you have confidence in your balance and you're able to have the energy to get things done and the mental clarity. You know, this is more and more important as we go along because people are living longer, but the quality of life is not great.
You know, is it ever too late, Dr. Pincus, such that your Fast Melt D3 formula wouldn't be a worthwhile investment?
If you can see the breath on the mirror in the morning, then you know that you're a candidate for this. Because a lot of the things that people suffer from, they're suffering from a lack of this vitamin in their body. So it's never too late to try something like this. And the sooner you can get on my formula, the better odds you're going to have of having a really healthy, high energy, high mobility life from here on out.
Yeah, well, it makes a lot of sense. And Dr. Pincus, what can someone expect when they start taking your Fast Melt D3 formula?
Well, you're going to notice within the first several days that something's changing in your body because this kickstarts so many different cycles in your body that you'll start having less pain, having more energy, and having better mental clarity, better sleep. Your moods can be affected by this. Vitamin D3 is necessary to get these things running.
Well, Dr. Pincus, unfortunately, we only have a few minutes left. Anything else you want to share with our audience here in our final minutes?
For those of you listening, we've covered a lot of ground. Working with the body is tricky, as you know, and we're talking to your listeners of your show. You know, they're of all walks of life with all various conditions, and so I'm trying to give some good health advice here, Chris. The point is get yourself out of it. Get yourself on this formula and see for yourself. It's not against the law for you to try something to see if it works.
It's an interesting way to put it.
That's all we're doing. We're talking about nutrition. We're not talking about rocket science here.
Right,
but
right.
There's a lot of science behind what I'm talking about. The key is to get on this formula and give it a month or two. Every day, take one of these things and start to see improvements in your pain, your blood pressure, your blood sugar, your energy, your sleep habits. This is my appeal to your listeners to get on this formula and try it for themselves.
Well, Dr. Pincus, again, thank you for taking time to be with us today.
Thank you, Chris.
All right, folks. Well, here is your final opportunity. If you want to try Dr. Pincus's vitamin D3 formula, there's a special toll-free number for you to call. It's 1-800-476-5302. You know, as we talked about in today's show, Dr. Pincus's vitamin D3 formula is a fast-dissolving melt that makes it available for immediate absorption by your body for rapid results. And by getting vitamin D3 into your body, you're going to have a bolstered immune system, improved balance, stronger muscles, and fewer aches and pain. And keep in mind that Dr. Pincus has arranged a very special offer. It's only available to you listeners. So when you call, be sure to mention this program, and you're going to get a risk-free trial of Dr. Pincus's vitamin D3. Again, this is only available to you listeners, and only if you call this toll-free number. It's 1-800-476-5302. And keep in mind, if you call right now, you'll also qualify to receive an extra free supply with your order to keep for yourself or share with a family member or a friend. But you must call right now because this special radio offer is not available in stores and it's not available online. The number to call is 1-800-476-5302. And remember, you have absolutely nothing to lose here because Dr. Pincus's vitamin D3 formula is guaranteed to be safe and effective for your money back. And when you do call and place your order today, you're not going to be enrolled in one of those automatic monthly subscription programs. This is a one-time order so you can try Dr. Pincus's vitamin D3 formula and see the benefits for yourself. So the number to call is 1-800-476-5302. I'll give it to you one more time. It's 1-800-476-5302. Well, that's all the time we have for today. Thanks again to our sponsor, Dr. Newton's Naturals. You can visit them online at drnewtons.com for all your supplement needs. And be sure to join us again next week for another great show. I'm Chris McKay. Have a great day, everybody.
The preceding show was paid for by Two Lights Media. The views, opinions, and beliefs expressed are those of Two Lights Media and don't necessarily reflect those of the staff or management of Cumulus Media or other partners.
Find out everything you need to know
your favorite radio station on the Talk Radio 560 KSFO website. Get the latest news, learn about events and concerts, and listen to the shows you love. It's all at KSFO.
KSFO's lineup is stacked with the biggest names in talk radio. Start your day with Jack Armstrong and Joe Getty, 6 to 9. And Stan Bongino, 9 to noon. Sean Hannity, till 3. Mark Levin, 3 to 6. And Ben Shapiro, 9 to 11. This is the Bay Area's home for conservative talk. 560 KSFO San Francisco.
This is a Fox News alert. He walked into a bar and started shooting. I'm Pam Puso. Police in Colorado Springs have named the suspect accused of killing at least 5 people and wounding more than a dozen others at a gay nightclub last night.
The suspect has been identified as Anderson Lee Aldrich, a 22-year-old male.
Police Chief Adrian Vasquez says the suspect used a long rifle. 2 patrons were able to subdue him. There were suspects in Idaho where investigators have spent a week scouring a bloody crime scene. 4 University of Idaho students were stabbed to death. Investigators say a roommate who was unharmed called 911.
Investigators also seen yesterday measuring tire marks near the crime scene after clarifying that 2 of the victims took a, quote, private party ride home, not an Uber as originally suggested. It is not clear who drove that private vehicle, but police say they do not believe he is involved.
Fox's Ashley Strohmeyer. Armored personnel carriers could be rolling toward our southern border now that the governor of Texas has declared a migrant invasion.
We're hoping that's going to give us the authority to actually apprehend these illegal immigrants and turn them over to officials in Mexico where they'll then be returned to their countries.
Lieutenant Chris Olivares with the Texas Department of Public Safety. The Biden administration maintains the border is secure. The lines of communication are reopening between the militaries of the U.S. and China. China's defense ministry has agreed to meet with Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin. Beijing had recently severed dialogue after House Speaker Nancy Pelosi visited Taiwan. Reuters is reporting a meeting is scheduled for this week. America's listening to Fox News.
Vacaville, 505 southbound after Vaca Valley Parkway. A vehicle out of gas in the center divide may be blocking the left lane. 101 northbound just after Tully Road in San Jose. A solo crash also in the center median. In San Jose, 680 southbound. Traffic break from Madden Avenue to McKee Road. All closed due to utility work. East Palo Alto, north and southbound 84. Closed between the Wildlife Refuge and the Frontage Road for electrical work. And in Oakland, north and southbound 13 closed from Joaquin Miller to Park Boulevard for utility work. That's traffic. I'm Mel Baker.
The following program is being sponsored by 3-Dimensional Wealth. The views, opinions, and beliefs expressed are those of 3-Dimensional Wealth and do not necessarily reflect those of the staff, management, and/or ownership of Cumulus Media or its partners.
Hi, Doug Andrew here. You know, as a financial strategist and retirement planning specialist for more than 45 years, I finally have dedicated the last 2 years to writing the ultimate book, The Laser Fund, How to Diversify and Create the Foundation for a Tax-Free Retirement. Is my favorite vehicle, and we have collected over 200 pages of charts, graphs, and illustrations to empower you. And if you're more right brain, you learn by stories, you flip the book over, and you read it the other direction. It contains 62 stories of actual clients who have employed the Laser Fund to diversify and save hundreds of thousands of dollars of unnecessary tax. I want to gift you one when you attend my next event. Register by calling 1-888-76-RADIO. That's 1-888-767-2346. Call 888-767-2346. Attend my event to get your free book. Savvy real estate investors hold their property one of 2 ways: free and clear or mortgage to the hilt. I'll explain why next on 3-Dimensional Wealth Radio.
This is 3-Dimensional Wealth Radio with New York Times best-selling author and your host, Doug Andrews.
This is Doug Andrews speaking to you, our incredible national audience, from our 3-Dimensional Wealth